Agreed. So anybody can apply for it, but it has to stack up as far as the department's concerned. We're under no obligation to say yes to everybody who applies.
So are we talking managers, administrative, secretarial?
Managers,
is it pay-based?
It's grade-based.
Grade-based.
Yes, I don't have the details of the grades with me from what it applies up
But it's been worked out, has it?
Oh, yes, of course it has.
Okay.
But as I say, it's an operational matter, so I only have the sort of broad overview of it.
So how did you get to this? I know you told colleagues in the Keys on Tuesday that a review of management structures were underway. Has that review been concluded now?
No, it hasn't. We're actually reviewing the structure of the whole department to see if we can make it operate more efficiently, more effectively, and save money that we need for the frontline services. There was a number of vacancies across the department, so the first thing was to freeze those vacancies. So unless there's a really good reason, then those vacancies aren't being filled for the time being. And then this was the second stage of it, where we're saying to people, if you actually want to go, maybe you're not quite retirement age, but you'd prefer to go now, it's a mutually agreed resignation scheme rather than redundancy. We're saying, we'll consider it.
When that's been enacted before the Mars scheme, people tend to flock to it, don't they? Is it going to end up costing the department more in payouts than you anticipate?
Well, as I said, there's no obligation on agreement to it. It's what it says. It's a mutually agreed one. So if it doesn't make sense for the department, then it wouldn't happen.
And what if you don't get enough interest in people stepping forward? Will it be chopping block time?
That remains to be seen. As I say, we've got to make the department function more efficiently and more effectively. And I say we're looking at restructuring it. So there's a lot of steps in that before you would ever think of, as you put it, chopping time. Well, and I would certainly try to avoid that.
It is the latest, though, in a line of cost-cutting measures, isn't it? Because last week we had the axing of the Meals on Wheels funding, the chemotherapy ward rearrangement, the freeze, as you say, on non-essential staffing last month, I think that was, and some more things earlier on in the year.
Well, I think you have to acknowledge, though, that all of those things have not affected frontline services, which is the priority.
But could they? It's early days yet.
It is early days, and as I say, we have to try and come in as much as we can on budget. I'll be honest, I think things moved too slowly. I was getting increasingly frustrated because things weren't moving quickly enough in the department earlier on. So now it means that actually we have to take more measures and more quickly than it would have been nice to have eased it in a bit more slowly. But as I say, we are where we are with things, and we've just got to do our best.
Lots of feedback on something like the prescription charges amendments. Is that what you mean when you say things were moving too slowly? Is this lack of consultation over things like Meals on Wheels or freezing of non-essential staff an effort to push things through?
No, it's not an effort to push things through. But the prescriptions one was part of the regulations that we need to bring in, and we went out to consultation. We've got those results back. People obviously did not like what we were proposing for the prescription charges, even though I still maintain, in my view, it made things fairer. So we're looking at other things now.
Davey's been in touch. He just says if they're getting rid of these people, I mean, I presume it means the management, why were they there in the first place? Well, you didn't take them on, did you?
No, I certainly didn't. And I think it's like any organisation. Things just grow at times and they're not trimmed back when they need to be. And I think any sensible organisation, whether it's a government one or in private business, they look at their structures to see if it can be made more efficient and sometimes to bring it more up to date, if you like. There's still quite a bit of, people complain about the silo between departments in government. There can still be silos within departments. So we're looking to try and break that down as well.